That's working. Get Tammy in here. Yeah, that ought to work. It's okay, nobody's in there, honey. Nobody's in there for right now. Uh-oh, we're sideways, honey.
Yeah, we are.
Wow.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Beth Hammer's here.
Hey, Beth. We're trying to figure out this,
Scott Bartlett's here.
why are we sideways?
Everybody's saying we're sideways.
I know. Are we sideways? Okay, hang on. It's taking a moment here. Are we sideways now, everyone? I'm so sorry. I thought this would work. Why will the live not allow us to put the phone sideways?
I don't know.
I've done it before. Is it angry? Let's see. This is gonna. So what is up with this? Why are we sideways when we turn
That
the phone?
is weird.
Because this isn't gonna look very good for a while, for a long time here. I've got the phone in the holder, right?
Beth Hammer said that's better. Thought I had a little too much breakfast cocktail.
Let me see here. Operation is locked. Why is it locked? Why is it? It says the operation is locked. As far as the.
I have no clue.
As far as the. It's. I don't see anywhere to unlock anything here. I'm almost certain I've done something wrong though. You can bet. Okay.
Foxy Wolf is here.
Okay. All right. We'll just have to do it this way, hun bun.
That's fine.
We're gonna have to scooch in.
Don't wash my fingers.
Ooh, sorry. All right. Sorry about this, folks. I'll have to figure out why the phone says the operation is locked when I try to turn the phone sideways so you can get a more panoramic view.
Here.
Hey, Christy. Hey, Scott.
Foxy
hey,
Wolf.
Foxy Wolf. Beth, I think I said hello, but hello again.
Beth said it's a curse of daylight savings.
It could be, you know. That's why we didn't do a, hey, Joy. That's why we didn't do our usual, on Saturday morning, I'll put out the advertisement for this thing. Maybe if I move it further back.
Foxy said we're making her drunk.
Okay. Are we in there
Tracy
more now?
Sherritt's
Can you
is
still
here.
hear us? Hey, Tracy, thanks for coming in. As usual, there's always some kind of weird thing going on with our live stream every time we do one, other than me
I won't
just
look
being
at the
in it.
computer.
Well, I hear you. It's easy to do. We're all in here. We're just doing a little close together thing.
Aw.
I hate this though. How did I lock this?
And you're not in the picture good.
Do you have to have like a?
Here, let me scoot over this way.
Do you have to have YouTube Premium
Scoot over this way.
to stream sideways nowadays? Hey, that's working a little bit better.
Yeah.
Tammy, you're a
I'm a
genius.
genius.
You are a flat out genius. Let's see who else. Foxy Wolf. Sorry, Foxy. I'm so sorry. I don't know why that is. Tammy and I
Scott
promise
said
you.
he has a great view of top of our heads. Is it better now, guys?
It just says it's the top of our heads. Let me see. Let me recycle the page here. And I have no idea. I'm gonna have to Google why it says that your screen rotation is locked and you can only do it from a certain, because yesterday I live streamed and I did it
Beth said
sideways.
we're good.
Okay. Yesterday I live streamed for anybody that might have saw that.
Is
And
here.
hey, Harvey's, thank you for coming in. And I held the phone sideways. You could tell from the panoramic shot. And today it's acting up. But yeah, I didn't usually schedule these things, but I didn't, because last year when I scheduled it, YouTube decided that they would take into account daylight savings time rolling back. So I scheduled it for 2, and Ruthie and Scott from Techno Hillbilly were pinging us, hey, are you guys okay? Because YouTube decided to say it was 1 o'clock when we were supposed to go on instead of 2, which is what we had
Foxy
plugged
was
in.
it? Well, you can read it.
I know, a small vertical square. I don't know how to change that right now on the fly without stopping the live stream and trying to make adjustments. Let me, while I've got the computer here. Da, 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 da. Anyhow, Tammy, entertain these folks. Tell them what we did yesterday.
What did we do yesterday?
Oh my gosh!
I can't think right
We
now.
went to
Seriously. Yeah, we went to hell.
We went to Helen, and we met with some
Duh.
really cool people. We got to see Ford Man, aka Kenneth Oaks, and spend some quality time with him
We
and
had
his
fun.
his granddad. They were a hoot,
Yep.
and we met a whole bunch
Of
other channels, other
YouTubers.
YouTubers were there yesterday, and all of them were just so nice
Mm-hmm.
and we weren't even supposed to be there. I mean, I know it sounds like clerks, but we really weren't part of
Got
the.
somebody new in here.
We weren't part of the whole original. Let's see,
Yvonne.
Yvonne. Hey,
Yeah.
thanks for coming in, Yvonne. Appreciate it. But yeah, we had a great time with some people that just took us in and accepted us, even though we weren't part of the original YouTubers that were set to show up, and treated us just like we were.
Yeah, they did.
Welcomed us just like we were had been part of the whole thing from the very beginning, and we had a great time. We had a great time, and we did some stuff that a few
The
channels.
Harveys are still on Pigeon Forge.
Yeah, and their signal there
It's
is
bad.
horrible. Thank you for
believe
coming
it.
in. I appreciate it. In Helen, Helen is in a pass through the
Yeah.
mountains, and there's one cell tower to service that entire tourist town. Because there's a lot of private land, and nobody wants to, rent a cabin where there's a cell tower right outside your front door. And plus, there's the Unicoi State Park and the Chattahoochee National Forest. All of it government land. You can't put a cell tower in any of them, and
Foxy
so
Wood
it's
says,
awful.
I still have not received a notification for this live stream. I just knew to be here.
I don't think there's anything we can change on a setting on our side for allowing notifications of our channel. I think it's wide open, so I think it's
you
just
didn't put
YouTube.
a notification
No,
yesterday.
that's a schedule. You schedule an event.
Oh.
I didn't schedule the event yesterday. The notification is something that supposedly
Gotcha.
YouTube does automatically.
She
for
said
those
she got
folks
a
that
notification. Tracy did.
Tracy got one. Wow, so it's
23
hit or
KC
miss.
is here.
Hey Ruthie, thanks for coming in. 23KC, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. I am sorry.
Hey, Ruthie.
I am actually still while
Lily
I'm chatting
Collins
with you
is
guys,
here.
trying to figure out.
Lily Collins
Lily,
is
thank
here.
you for coming in. LMR Collins. Like screen rotation is locked on YouTube. Because that's what's happening. An orientation lock is not active and YouTube won't, you can still turn on the orientation lock. Then turn it off. Then try watching the video again. Okay. So this is for viewers. Oh. Been streaming. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get a better picture here as quickly as possible, if it's possible to do that. If not, I will just go ahead and not. While streaming. Okay. There's a lot of videos that they want you to watch that we don't have time to watch here. I'm not seeing a quick answer to this.
I wouldn't worry about it, honey.
Let's see. I'm not. I'm going to just keep going from here. I am so sorry. Yeah, we had a great time yesterday. I hope you guys had a good. Did Bob come in? I saw.
I didn't see him.
Okay, I thought somebody said hello, Bob.
I know.
You're doing good. You're doing good, honey. You're keeping up with all the posts that's coming into the room. Thank you so much for doing that. Yeah, we had a great time.
Yep.
Yesterday, meeting up with some YouTubers,
Yeah.
which we, when somebody comes through here, we don't, go as much as a lot of people because we have the dogs, and when we go somewhere, we have to board them.
Handcraft Creations here.
Hey, Handcraft Creation, thank you for coming in. Appreciate that very, very much. We both do. Oh, okay, Tam. Well, let's go ahead and get into why we've had this live stream today. We actually
Okay.
got tagged by two different. Man, that's bugging the daylights out of me. Why that's not working? It's just awful. It sucks. I'm sorry, y'all. It just does. Oh, man.
Why'd you move it?
I'm trying to do something. Trying to get us both in the picture and our heads. Scott was saying he saw mostly the top of our heads. So,
I know, but I think didn't he say it was great? Bob is here.
hey, Bob, thanks for coming in. Thank you very much. I'm sorry the screen. Something happened, Bob. I bet Bob will know immediately. Bob, when I started off streaming the phone, streaming this live stream on my phone, I'm doing that today, obviously, because some of you may know that our laptop is on its last legs. Um, but I started streaming, and yesterday I was streaming with the phone held sideways in my hand, no problem. But it wanted to, when I had the phone sideways, live streaming us. It was showing us laying on our sides like this, and I had to rotate the phone up like this for us to actually appear up. And then when I try to rotate it back again, it says something about screen is locked. So if you
Laura
if
Bruno's
you have
here.
hey Laura, thank you for coming in. We're just about to go ahead and get to this technical issues. Joy bless, thank you so much. We appreciate that, Joy. Did you see what
Oh,
Joy did?
thank you. Yeah, it just popped up. Thank you, Joy.
Thank you, Joy. We appreciate it. Wow. I'm still don't know what to do when that happens or what to say other than just thank you. We appreciate it. It just that feeling is something we've never. I don't think I've ever experienced anything like that in my life. Thank you very much for giving us something that 20 years from now we can look back and say, wow, do you remember that time?
Yeah.
And neither one of us probably will 20 years from now. That's the sad part about it. Anyway, we have a video coming out not too awful long. We're going to wait till see some of these other channels that shot video this weekend. But at this meetup, we did something, an activity as a group. I'm not going to talk about it until somebody puts out a video about it. I'm not going to be a spoiler. But we did an activity together that was both fun and inspiring. I think I felt like it was a day. That was spent the way it was meant to be spent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was fulfilling what I needed to be doing for that day, and it was yesterday, and we shot a video of it, and I think it's pretty fun, but lighthearted and fun.
Yvonne says, congratulations. I can't see ads because my account is premium.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate the congratulations. A premium sounding better all the time. From what you just said, Yvonne. Wow. If you have YouTube Premium, no ads from anybody.
Oh, wow.
That's what Yvonne is saying.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know that was one of the perks.
I didn't either.
I didn't know what the perks were, to tell you the truth, from YouTube Premium. It gets pitched.
We might have to think about that.
So we don't watch any of our friends' ads.
Well, no, I don't mean that.
Oh, man. No, I do. I let everything play. Sometimes I have other things to do, so it may be during that time while everything's playing, I may be doing something. I may not actually be watching your ads, but I'm letting them play because I got other things I can be doing during that time, and I go ahead and do them. My life is pretty much timed. I don't have a whole lot of free time, so a lot of it's planned. Let's go ahead and get to some of these. We got tagged, Tammy. We got tagged twice in 1 week.
I know.
It's kind of weird how tags work, because you might go, you might get tagged every week. For a while there, around the holidays,
Yeah.
we were getting tagged all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just sort of dies off, and then it comes back again in a
Yeah.
kind of way. So we got tagged twice. I'm excited about both of these, and we're going to tag some other people. Of course, if you don't want to do it, don't worry about doing it. But we're going to tag you anyway, so we can shout you out in the process of the tagging. Because I love this. This is my chance to be, Darren Stevens.
Joy says, Joy Bless Life says, you still get paid percentage of ad revenue
when you have premium. Oh wow, I had no idea.
Good.
Wow, That's I didn't know what premium was. I know it gets pitched to us in
Thanks,
little
Laura.
pop-ups that'll come along every now and then, but I didn't
Laura
know what it
says
actually meant.
congratulations.
Thank you so much, Laura. I appreciate it. I don't know if we'll ever see a dime of AdSense money. What do you think, Tammy?
What now?
You're keeping up. I don't know that we'll ever see a dime of the actual money that comes
Yeah.
from how many hours people watching
Yeah.
ads on there. I have noticed I've been with some fairly decent ads though.
Yeah.
When I've been watching
And
our
they're
own
not that
videos,
long.
and they're not that long, and
No.
and they're fairly decent, interesting.
Yeah.
Some of them ads that I haven't seen on television or on any other platform other than YouTube. So you got to wonder,
True.
there's somebody out there making a living
Yeah.
shooting ads specifically aimed at a YouTube audience. Wow.
Sexy
What a
Matt's
world we
here.
live in. Hey, Matt, thanks for coming in, bud. Well, let me go ahead and start. I would do this every week, y'all. I don't get to talk to Tammy. Tammy? I love talking to Tammy, but it's not that I don't love talking to Tammy. It's just that every now and then it's nice to talk to
Somebody
other
else.
human beings.
Yeah.
You know, other human beings. So let me go ahead and get this started, so I don't spend too much time talking to other human beings and prevailing upon their patience. Okay. Which one of these should we do first, Tammy?
I don't know.
I think just by logic, one of these is a St. Patrick's Day tagging. We were tagged by Fralins and Friends Crafts Plus. You got to go check out Glenda. Very sweet lady, excellent crafter. She's a writer, which I respect. I love anyone that expresses themselves through the written word, because these days, it's mostly the written word is mostly text and instant messages and emails. So someone that does some creative writing, I always love.
Handcraft Creations. I don't know if you heard me.
Handcraft. I think I said hello to them coming up on 3 or 4 or 5 minutes ago, honey.
I don't think you did.
Okay, well, Handcraft Creations, if I did not say hello, keep in mind, I am 58 years old, and Tammy is what, 56? So we sometimes, sometimes we get forgetful. I mean, really. And I think my brain is fairly sharp for my age, but I think age will just eventually, it has an erosive effect, just like water over rocks, which we saw yesterday. Some erosion, some interesting erosion in the river, by the way. But anyway, Fralins and Friends Crafts Plus, excellent writer, excellent crafter, sweet lady, and a terrific folk artist. Hers is the kind of folk art that I would hang in our home or sit on a shelf in my little cabinet. And she does all this while she's sharing her life and just being friendly, just chatting and displaying these incredible skills and artistic ability right there in front of you. And just a very, very sweet person. And she tagged us, and the reason I'm doing her tag first is because I feel a sense of urgency attached to this tag, because it is a St. Patrick's Day tag, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the 17th is St. Patrick's feast, and that's only a few days away. So the people that we tag need to be, if they're going to do it, probably need to start thinking about it pretty soon. So let's go ahead and get this out here, and then they can turn off the rest of this if they don't want to even watch it. Tammy, are you keeping up with the chat? Because I'm going to be in and out of this, because I'm having to switch screens.
Here.
Next week, I'm going to figure out by next week, we probably won't, unless we get tagged for something between now and next week, and we still haven't got the post office box situation ironed out. We're thinking of going through, instead of going through the USPS, which we feel like upon review may have jumped the gun. We're convinced they
here.
Hey, our story. Thank you for coming in. I'm glad you came in. We're just about to start one of the 2 tags. Smart Needle Crafts. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Thank you. Wow, this is wonderful. I enjoy these little things. I enjoy talking and having people to talk to. It was so nice being with YouTubers yesterday. And they were all such sweet people. I keep going back. They were so nice. There were some angelic people in that crowd. Very, very sweet people. But something else I noticed about being with a YouTuber, they're all like, gunfighters in the Old West with their cameras. Their hand is never far from the camera, ready at a moment's notice to be shooting something. And so, which was funny. All sweet people, but everybody had those cameras rolling.
Yeah, they did.
Cameras were
And we
rolling
saw
yesterday.
a good GoPro I want to.
Oh yeah. Well, I've been wanting a GoPro for a long time. I think a GoPro would encourage me to get in better physical condition. Okay, let's see here. We're going to do Fralins and Friends Crafts Plus. The links are not yet down here in the description. I like to add, if I can, a little bit of
Our
suspense.
show is listening, but he's working on the house.
Hey, I hear you. I do that a lot too. I'll probably be doing that later on when Big Joe and Malia, if they do their live stream today. I have 2 videos to shoot this afternoon, so I'll probably be playing them in the background. You might hear them actually in the background of the videos, at least one of them that I'll be shooting. Anywho.
Foxy Wilson's no shoot with a 6-iron, but a cannon.
Hang on just a second. Let me check one more time. That reminds me, before I launch into answering questions or asking questions of you and us both answering them, let me make sure. Okay. And everybody, check each other out. Please check each other out. These are all cool people, honestly. All the people that we know, that sounds just a bit inflated ego there, but it's not. I think all the people that come in our chats and that are our friends are some of the coolest people on the tube. And I don't mean just cool because they come, I mean just some cool people. You know, people that you want to get to know, interesting people and nice people, and I feel like they gravitate.
You're half out of the picture, honey.
Am I? Well, I'm trying to look.
Let's get the computer closer.
Yeah, I need to put it closer. I can't see worth a flip, y'all. It's even with glasses, my vision is deteriorating year by year. So let's see here. Let's see. That's cause y'all are all y'all are cool. Everybody in here is cool. Just wonderful people. And I'm not just saying that because I'm trying to suck up to you guys. I feel like everybody that we know is
Bob.
Oh, Bob, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, buddy. All this is going to be held in memory too of not just so and so, but I mean the memory of. The fact that there'll come a time when it will probably be either hard or impossible for us to do YouTube like we've been done. Our health is bound to start failing at some point in the future, and so while we're doing it,
Foxy Wilson, it's cool to know you.
Oh, thank you very much, Foxy. Well, Foxy's an intriguing person too.
Yeah.
I wish she would shoot video. Let's see. Here we go. First question. I just like talking, Tammy. Have you noticed that about me?
Yeah.
That I like to talk when I'm around people. And I know. I'm sorry, y'all. I just like to talk. If you ever get around me and we ever have a chance where we're doing something, get a chance to talk. Have somebody ready to text you or call you and say that you're needed really quickly, and that way you can get away from the conversation. And even though I know I won't take it personally.
Our story says congratulations on being monetized.
Thank you.
We don't get commercials.
They've got the premium too.
I guess they do.
Let's see. We don't get. They got the premium.
Yvonne's got to go and make a greenhouse. Thank you, Yvonne.
Thank you, Yvonne, for coming in. Thank you for telling us about premium. Wow, I had no idea
that
there was
a checking the premium.
Well, we got other things we need to pay for too, honey, in
Right.
life. Other than premium YouTube memberships, there's a lot of things we could do with our money.
I'm just saying, check it out.
Well, check it out. Yeah, sure, we'll check it out, but let's not make any promises to ourselves until we've checked it out. Okay. Anyway, number one, Tammy. Have you ever found a 4-leaf clover?
Yes.
You have?
I have. When I was young.
Yeah, you hadn't been in.
What are you doing? Getting hair in my face?
No, it wasn't hair. It was something in the atmosphere. I think stuck to your makeup. I'm not absolutely sure, but that's what it said.
Bob has premium.
Bob has premium. I didn't. Have I missed all this talk of premium in other people's live streams and stuff? because this all I know of premium is pop-ups from time to time that say, "Hey, you want premium?" But I've never really investigated it to see what the advantages of it were. But apparently, they exist. Wow. Okay, you found four-leaf clover in your childhood.
In my childhood, I don't remember where. I know it was at my house, but I don't know where.
Well, were you purposely looking for four-leaf
Yes.
clovers?
Yes.
It was a search for four-leaf
Yes.
clover.
Yes.
And when you found the four-leaf clover, do you remember what you did with it after
No.
after finding it?
No.
You don't remember?
No.
So it could have been pressed into a photo album, or it could have just been and tossed
was
over
probably-
just tossed over your shoulder as you went on to the next thing. I'm the same way. I think I have found. When I was a little boy, multiple four-leaf clovers actually, but we had a lot of clover ground cover in our yard. There were sections of our yard that was nothing but clover,
Oh, wow.
where you could see. And I would just lay in there. I'd crawl along like low crawling,
Grand is here
looking for
hello
four-leaf
from
clovers.
Spain.
Oh, cool. Grand, thank you all the way from Spain, and it's a bit later. It's a bit later over there. Got to head out. Scott, thank you. Thank you so much for coming in. And thank you for the congratulations, too. We appreciate it. It's, it's nice. I'm telling you, it is nice just to have that feeling that you've got to that. And here's the thing. I honestly mean this, and I'm not just saying this. If we can do it, oh my goodness, there is no one that can't do it.
That's
I
true.
firmly believe that. All it is just regularly, with some sort of predictability, putting out content. If you keep doing that relentlessly, it's going to happen for you. Honestly, I believe that. It's in the numbers. Okay, Tammy. We both found four-leaf clovers. I can't remember the disposition of any of mine either when I was a child. I probably didn't toss them away as carelessly. I probably actually believed at some point
Tracy's
that
got
they
to go
contained
too.
some
Bye,
kind of magic.
Tracy. Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you, Tracy, for coming in. I appreciate that. Weekend RVing. Hello, Bon Day. Thank you for coming in, Weekend RVing. Thank you so much. We're in the middle of answering some. We got tagged by 2 channels, and we're answering questions by Fralins and Friends Crafts Plus. Again, the links to these channels, when I can go in and tinker on the laptop after the fact, I'll add not only their links, but the links to the people, the channels to which we will be tagging for these 2 different tags. Of course, like I said, a St. Patrick's Day tag. St. Patrick's Day is coming up here in only a few days.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm doing this answering this tag first, getting it out there for the next people that may want to do it. If they want to do it. If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it, but I'm trying to give you the best shot of getting it in the time. If you had a choice, Tammy, would you prefer a pot of gold or a 4-leaf clover that really brought you good luck?
I'm sorry, I was reading comments.
What was I saying about when you get to a certain age?
Our story says y'all are making me not work in the house. It's making it very hard because he keep on stopping the comments.
I love when folks not just comment to us, but comment to each other and have conversations. I love that. You got live streams out there that people that are talented at doing this, like Bob from Misfits and Dreamers. What a great host. And, you think about how he is not only entertaining people himself, but he's bringing people together. And when I see that in our chats, I feel like we're, aspiring to Obi-Wan's.
Grand says nice backyard, and the N.T show is here.
Thank you, Nathan. We were doing yours next after this one, because we're doing this one first because it's St. Patrick's Day tag, and there's not much time left for the folks that we're about to tag. So, Tammy, if you had a choice, would you want a pot of gold, bird in the hand, or would you want a 4-leaf clover that really brought you good luck?
A 4-leaf clover, hands down.
Hands down. With the 4-leaf clover, you can go to Vegas, Atlantic City, even Cherokee, North
Big John
Carolina.
Led has donated $50.
Oh,
Thanks,
gosh.
Guys.
Thank you so much, y'all.
Wow.
We appreciate that. Wow. Thank you. Totally undeserved. But thank you for doing it.
Congratulations, y'all. We love you.
We love y'all too. We do.
We love you guys too.
We talk, Joe and Malia, if you've been on our channel for any length of time watching any of our videos or our live streams, you've heard their name come up a lot of times. We love these guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Wow. Go check out Big Joe and Malia's world. It'd be hard for me to believe that many folks in here weren't already subscribed to this great channel, but go over there and check them out. Talk about people that were born for YouTube. They're just wonderful people. So I would want the pot of gold. No, excuse me, not the pot of gold. I would want the four-leaf clover that grants wishes. With good luck, you can go to any gambling place and just clean up. Yeah, I mean, eventually they'll kick you out. Eventually they'll think you're working some kind of angle and they'll kick you out. But if they can't prove what you're doing, they're not going to deny you probably your winnings so far up until they kick you out of the casino. We went really quickly from St. Patrick's Day to casinos.
Foxy, if you're going to be in Helen later on this year?
I hope everybody is.
Me too.
Just ask any. I'm hoping to get a list from Ford Man, aka Kenneth Oaks, of all the channels that were there yesterday, because there were a lot of channels. There were some channels that.
Here.
Hey, Cashew, thanks for coming in, but no hot stuff today, thankfully. Today I get a break from that. I think Ford Man Kenneth Oaks was appointed. That we didn't get around. We were going to go to the Pepper Palace in Helen and do the Wall of Flame challenge, but they just ran out of time. If we don't board our dogs or arrange for someone to come and sit them, there's only so many hours we can be gone before we come back to a mess to clean up. So we didn't get to do it, but he wants to come back. He wants to come back when Joe and Malia have their meetup. He wants us to do that definitely. During that. So, and if anybody else wanted to join, they can make fun of me because I can't, probably will be the one in most pain. Okay, we've established, okay, Tammy, I'm interested in what your answer to this will be.
No.
Number 3, kissing the Blarney Stone is believed to give you...
The what stone?
Kissing the Blarney Stone, Blarney, is believed to give you what?
Good luck. I don't know.
I like how you just okay.
I don't know. I just blow it off.
I hear you.
I don't know.
It gives you the gift of gab.
Oh.
Kissing the Blarney Stone. I believe there is some.
Come in and kiss your head then.
There you go. Yeah, you'll have the gift of gab. No, there's a castle, I believe, or some kind of ruins in the British Isles. Either in Ireland, I believe. In Ireland. I'm going to go ahead, since this is St. Patrick's Day quiz, I'm going to guess it may be Ireland where the Blarney Stone is. But there's actually a stone built into the where people will come.
Never heard of it.
I don't know how in this age of the plague. I'm wondering how many people are still kissing the Blarney Stone on a daily basis, because you basically lie down and kiss a rock.
Oh wow!
That probably. I'm going to just guess thousands of people. And how do you disinfect that? How do you disinfect that? Do you put Clorox or bleach over that? And the next person comes along, are they kissing bleach? Anyway, wow, I don't know why I got off on that, but it just, the Blarney Stone is an actual thing that tourists come to kiss in Ireland for the gift of gab, to get the gift of gab. And it involves actually kissing the stone that the public puts their lips on. So I bet that concession is shut down. Okay, I'm going to do this. I don't even know what this is, honestly, and I should have looked it up. I should have done some research. Maybe someone will quickly tell us in the comments. Number 4, have you ever eaten a Boxty? Boxty. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. Boxty. I don't know what a Boxty is. Perhaps I have, and I didn't know that it was
Blondie's
called
Adventures
Boxty.
here.
Hey, Christina, Blondie's Adventures. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see if anybody else. The Blarney Stone is in Ireland, in the wall of Blarney Castle. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I wonder, Foxy, how many have kissed it since approximately March or April of 2020. I bet you there hasn't been a lot of Blarney Stone kissing. You may
Cast your
get
paws
well,
if
you
you
may
get
get blessed
kissed.
with a fever blister. You may get blessed with herpes if you kiss it these days. Who knows? The plague too. Let's see if grandbaby. Yep, congratulations, Christina. Let's see, a Boxty. I don't know what a Boxty is. Perhaps someone will fill me in. Mike, you can ramble at me in person one day as much as you want. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. I try to edit myself in person too, because I know I can probably be a bit much. I can probably be a bit much in person sometimes. So I try to apply the brakes naturally, uh, just to make up for that situation. Okay, I don't know what a Boxty is.
So no.
Have I got up another? I'm gonna look it up really quick while we're here. I just got to know, because then I feel like I should have looked this up before I did. A Boxty. There's recipes. It's made a Boxty. An Irish Boxty is a potato pancake
Oh wow.
made from mashed potatoes and grated raw potatoes. It's like a potato scone and a hash brown.
Oh wow. But that's good.
I would definitely. I have
I
not
would
eaten a
definitely
Boxty.
try it.
I have eaten hash browns all the way at Waffle House. I highly recommend them. They may have gone up on the price, but it was just $5, and it's everything in the restaurant on a hash brown. There's a sausage gravy and jalapenos
And it works.
chili,
And
and
it
it's a
works.
combination of things you think, oh, but when you eat it, oh my goodness! And for $5, you get full off of it too. Anyway, we went from Boxty to Waffle House. Okay, here's the last question before we tag some folks. Have you ever had a pint of green beer to celebrate St. Patrick's Day?
Yes.
Yeah, I probably have. I don't know. I don't know if it was served in a pint sized glass or not.
No, we got the
Probably,
big ones.
probably was, but I'm almost certain that over the years of our life combined, we have drank at least a
Blondie's
pint
Adventure's gonna be a
of green beer.
grandma.
Yes, yes, she was talking about that in the live
Yeah.
stream last night.
Congrats.
We would like to be grandparents, wouldn't we, Tammy? We would love to have a grandbaby to baby. That's why
Yes.
our dogs are awful. Is because, but that's why they're spoiled, because we treat them like children. Okay, so let's get to tagging. Let's get to tagging some folks on this, and then we'll come back and put them in their links in there. But we're going to give you their full names right now, and we're going to tag some folks. First, I'm not sure she'll do this. She has done tags before, because I've looked back at her history, and she's done tags. And I thought I had heard her do tags before, but I wanted to verify that she has. So Laura Bruno, one of our good friends that comes in a lot of our chats,
She's
I have
here.
heard her do tags before. I verified this morning that it wasn't just my imagination. Starting at around age 55, I started verifying everything that I thought, because I'm not sure whether or not I imagined it or dreamed it or it actually happened. So Laura, one of the best cooks out there that cooks some stuff, Tammy and I will just, it's just the kind of stuff that we would, on any given night of the week, we would both like to know that someone other than either of us was preparing it for us for dinner at night. It is just delicious.
Laura says
Oh,
she just
good
knew we was
food.
gonna tag her.
Laura, if you don't want to do it, don't worry about it. St. Patty's Day, and I know this will be stale, is 3-day-old donuts by Wednesday or whenever.
Bob's not feeling well. He's got a sore throat.
Bob?
Yeah.
Sorry, Bob. I hope. Is this something you think might be seasonal? Because I've been getting headaches just about every day, and I know that it's directly related to the weather. The nighttime it's 40, and then the daytime it's 70 something. So it's wildly fluctuating temperatures where we are, and well, not wildly, but enough to where at night you're a little cold. In the daytime it gets warm. So Laura, Bruno, y'all go check out Laura. If you like good food, just food that makes you feel good looking at it, go check out Laura Bruno. And just a great person, friendly person. Next, I don't know if she'll see this or not, but we're going to tag her. We like to, call her out to do stuff from time to time. D Cobb, D, if you come in and check on this, D Cobb, Handmade Blessings by D Cobb is the actual name of the channel. Laura's channel is just Laura Bruno. D's channel is Handmade Blessings by D Cobb. Professional level crafter, I would say. I mean, professional level crafter, keeper of some old Southern recipes. She has some of these things that you may have remember from your childhood and would like to have again. They might know them, and she sometimes has them on her channel.
Yeah.
And just I don't know how to quantify this in a manner that makes it seem like it's something that you would want to look into. But D is probably the nicest human being
she is
that I know on this earth.
Yeah,
and I'm as I say that, I'm quickly reviewing everybody to see if there's anybody that's at least there. And D is really almost angelic.
Bob said he's making half and half ribs today. What's that, Bob? What's that?
Is it half pork and half beef, or something along those lines? Because I would definitely go for either one of those or a combination.
Or both.
Yes, or both. And last but not least on this, one of our good friends. I don't know if they'll want to do this or not, but I'm just throwing it out there because they don't mind talking on camera.
Yeah.
Joy Blessed Life. Go check out Joy Blessed Life. These folks, I know there's at least one or two of you in here that likes the Smokies and doesn't hate the Smoky Mountains. Some of you like the Smoky Mountains and that area around the Smoky Mountains and the places that are not only of natural beauty but are of just fun and entertainment, like Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. Go check out Joy Blessed Life. They have some they have some fun live streams. Go check these folks out. They're a lot of fun just to hang around and to see, and you get a lot of some good Smokies.
Pork and beef.
Yep. That doesn't sound like a bad meal, does it? That doesn't sound like a bad meal. I love ribs.
Hungry.
I love ribs. We went and ate at a joint yesterday afternoon. I vlogged it.
I wish I got the ribs yesterday.
Yeah,
now.
but it's from around the Helen. It's right outside of Helen, Georgia. It's kind of a thing that you have to be nearby and know about. And we're trying to let people know about if they're ever in Helen.
Yes, we would do the tags.
Cool. Anyway, I'll put these questions down here in the description. I'll copy and paste these when the live stream is ended, and then it gives me an opportunity to go back and edit the description. I'll put links and the questions in there. Well, there you go. That was relatively painless, Tammy.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Well, we're going to launch quickly into this next tag. This is by the N.D.T show. The N.D.T show. Go check out Nathan at the N.D.T show. I think there is no better representation of some of the fun and some of the skill at video making that you're going to see. Gosh, what is the name of the one where he's searching for the leprechaun? It's got leprechaun in the title. Let me look this up. This is kind of nice having the laptop right here.
Yeah, it is.
Or if Nathan's still watching, Nathan, if you could just tell the title, but it's his latest video. Go check out the N.D.T show. Oh my goodness, Tammy and I laughed out loud. I mean, not just saying LOL. We actually laughed out loud multiple times. He's a great comic presence on screen, and he's a good writer and comes up with some good material, and he's great at shooting. I
don't know how to
videos
pronounce
too.
this. True.
I'm coming in there to look. Troupe Rousseau Littéraire. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Wow. Hi, thank you so much for coming in and joining us. We appreciate that. Wow.
Yeah, we do.
Wow, somebody coming and joining us new. It's called Happy St. Patrick's Day and Nathan, the N.D.T shows, the N.D.T shows, latest video, which please, if you don't watch anything else between now and St. Patrick's Day,
He said
please go and watch that. I'm about to read that. Thank you. Thank you,
okay.
honey. Thank you. It's called Happy St. Patrick's Day 2021. And on the thumbnail picture is written to catch a leprechaun or catch a leprechaun.
Yep, catch a leprechaun.
Get off there, Nat. Leave me alone. Y'all got to go see this video. All of his videos are fun.
Story has it is here.
He constructs great videos, but this was like if I wanted.
Story has it is
Story,
here.
Karen. Thanks for coming in, Karen. Karen, I appreciate Karen's story. Let's see, Blondie with Smith. Name the baby Tammy. That would be nice. Somebody ought to name their grandchild after, or make sure their grandchild is named after one of us. That would be wonderful. Mike's historically a popular name. Okay, now the N.D.T show tagged us for these tags. I love this. This is probably among some of my favorite tagging questions ever to have been tagged for. This was originally created by a channel called Tales of the Techno Hillbilly. Scott there, he created this tagging and then passed it along to Big Joe and Malia, and then Big Joe and Malia's world passed along to Nathan, and Nathan was kind enough to tag us. I love this. I love this. This tag. It's Country Questions tag. And we were tagged by the N.D.T show. Go check. And he's just a great YouTuber and person to connect with and to have in your friends list. I don't know. I'm not going to say, if I say that, it sounds like I don't know if he necessarily wants everybody in his Facebook friends list. Because when you say friends list, that's but I mean literal. Well, not everybody has a friends list. That actually sounds kind of creepy, doesn't it? A friends list. That implies that you also have an enemies list, does it not? Somewhere you have a list of people that you're going to get even with someday. Anyway, number one, Country Questions tag.
Okay.
Listen, this is good. Have you ever been bitten by a snake?
No.
Never been bitten. Okay.
I wasn't crazy enough to itch my hair.
Wasn't there a time? No, there was. What's the story?
Touching no snake.
No. I know. You don't have to get upset. I've had snakes before, and I try to get Tammy to interact with them, and she will not do so. Wasn't there a time when you were a little girl? There's a story about you and the snake and the cat.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Now what happened? You got like the snake hypnotized you like in a Jungle Book.
I don't know how old I was. I was pretty young, and I was out in the backyard playing, and we had a kitten. I think it was a black kitten. I don't really know. I don't remember.
Do you really have a kitten, or did you not have
No,
dreamed
we had a kitten.
Does actually all this really happen?
Yes.
It's no possibility that you dreamed it.
No.
Okay.
Me and Daddy and Mama talked about it.
Okay. Good.
But
Independent verification. So you were out there with the black cat in your yard, and you were a little girl.
Well, I was walking through the yard, and I noticed there was the cat and a snake. It was like just completely just lined up with the cat, and they were just staring at each other.
You mean facing each other? They were facing off.
Yeah.
The cat and was the snake in an attack posture like a
No, it was
just looking.
It was stretched out.
So it could have been just that they were buddies.
I don't know.
And you may have interpreted it like some kind of animosity.
I don't know, but I froze and I couldn't walk.
So that's the thing. You were like frozen.
I froze.
Like sleep paralysis or something like that. You could not move your body. The terror that this situation of the cat and the snake. How did that resolve itself? Did you ever move? Did you on your own, or did your folks have to come out and get you?
I climbed up to the carport and banged on the door.
You crawled?
Yeah.
So your legs would not move. You were so frozen in terror.
Yeah.
That your legs would not move.
Yep.
And what color was the snake? Was it a? Do you know if it was venomous?
Black.
So it could have been just been a rat snake or something like that.
Then you know how I am about black snakes. Ooh. So
Oh well, so you froze and had to crawl as a child to your back door and let me in. We're under attack by snakes. Wow, Tammy, I love that story. That's crazy.
I
Kind of
know.
paralysis to be frozen, literally frozen in fear. That's a trip. I've been bitten twice by snakes. Neither one of them were wild snakes. They were both pet snakes. And in both occasions, it was entirely my fault, mostly for ignorance. I've had snakes. These one was as a child. They actually, gosh, I don't know if any of you remember a department store called Murphy's. G.C. Murphy's was a chain of department stores, and they later became Murphy's Mart, and then I think just Murphy's. And they were already dying through this whole time. They were headed out the door, but they used to be a major chain, at least in the South.
Mm.
And their pet department, they sold, and this is a department store, like a glorified, a slightly nicer Walmart. Not that Walmarts aren't nice. Danielle, Troll 9002, if you're watching, we have spent a lot of money at the Walmart, but it's a slightly more their pet department. G.C. Murphy's, they sold a variety of pets, including you used to could buy.
Ooh, Blondie, I don't like frogs either.
I don't think they ever had frogs. Frogs are popular pets.
Blondie
Nowadays,
said I
especially
hate
the colorful
frogs
ones.
too. Me too. We have a frog that comes around the summertime that hangs around our back patio and will jump in the house.
Well,
I've
honey,
had
it's cooler in the house. It's nicer in there.
I have to like get a broom and kind of edge
Shoo
it
him out of
out.
the way. Yeah, for the dogs, get a hold of it. That's I don't want that to happen. But
I don't have a problem with baby frogs. It's just big frogs.
well, yeah, baby frogs though, it's harder to get a handle on. I mean, you just pick up a bigger frog and get rid
Bye,
of it.
Bob. I hope you feel
Yeah,
better.
Bob. Hope you're feeling better, bud. By at least by tomorrow. Wow. But
Yeah,
yeah,
go
but
rest.
yeah, the first one when I was 6, they actually sold garter snakes at G.C. Murphy's. That's the point I was trying to make.
Matt said
They
he
they
likes
sold other.
frog legs.
They are tasty, but they sold garter snakes for I think it was $5 a piece. And my parents let me have one. I probably shouldn't have had one. They were trying to make it up to me because we had went to Florida that time,
Joy
and they
Best
didn't let
Love
me have
says she
an
used to work at
alligator.
Murphy's Mart.
Wow. Joy used to
Mm-hmm.
work at Murphy's Mart. Wow. So, and that was like after the store just used to be called G.C. Murphy's. And then in the later years, it was Murphy's Mart. And
Mm-hmm.
they kind of streamlined it and made it more, I think, in line with like a Kmart or a Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And back in the G.C. Murphy's days, they aspired to be like a J.C. Penney
Yeah.
or something like that. They aspired to being a little bit, up there. Not that J.C. Penney is like, ooh, the catwalk and everything is, but it's, J.C. Penney's used to be, slightly nicer kind of thing. I think they're about on their way out anyway. But they sold garter snakes for a while at G.C. Murphy's. My parents let me have one because we had gone to Florida, and they wouldn't let me have a baby alligator. Uh,
I remember this
and
story.
we on the way there, we were creatures of habit on our vacations. When we took vacations, we didn't. These were times when you didn't make reservations at hotels, and your parents were the same way, right? Well,
Yes.
y'all didn't make reservations. You just went somewhere, and
Yes.
prayed that the good
You
Lord
got
would
a
have a
room.
vacancy. I
Mm-hmm.
remember in the Smokies one year driving up and down 19 between Bryson City and
I remember doing it.
Cherokee,
We used to
and
do it in
looking
Panama
for and
City.
they'll be no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy.
Yeah.
Like, where are we gonna sleep
And
tonight?
we used to do it in Panama City too.
Just cruise around hoping for a
That's
vacancy
mainly what we
sign.
did. It we used to camp when we was in
The
Smokies.
Smokies.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all went to Cades Cove a lot in that
Yeah.
area
Yeah.
for camping. Yeah, we would drive until you found a room, and we whatever we did for fun was whatever was like. We would go down the A1A or up into the Smokies, and you would just drive and do whatever you felt like doing until you got tired, and then you would find a motel or not, as the case may be.
Story has it says we have lizards all over our landscaping,
And they're always scary.
scaring me.
I like having lizards around because of they eat things that I had rather not
They eat
have around.
bugs.
Yes, they
Right.
do. For the most part, they eat small insects. But yeah, let me get back on track here. They had on the way there, we were creatures of habit, and I always knew, even as a small child, this was going down the A1A in Florida. We were on our way down the A1A, and this was a long time ago. This was old Florida. This was pre-mouse Florida. Lots of little roadside attractions. Loved it. I would love to go back to those days for a little while and cruise the A1A from 1969, or sometime around those. I know the mouse was there prior to 69, but it was not the force to be reckoned with that it is today. But on the way there, we stopped at the gas station, and they had a kiddie pool with baby alligators in it. People think this is crazy, the old legends, but you could buy an alligator at a convenience store gas station, and it was baby alligators for $5. I didn't ask for one. I played it cool. The whole trip, the rest of the trip, I didn't ask for anything. I didn't ask for souvenirs, because I knew we would stop back by this gas station. On the way back home, we would stop there and fill up, because they were comfortable. Once they got comfortable with a place, they would go back to that place, to stop to get gas or go to the bathroom or whatever. So I knew they would stop by there. I didn't ask for anything on the trip. They had to make me eat. They had to make me eat, because I didn't want them to spend money on food for me, because I was already plotting.
That's crazy.
I had laid plots that on the way back through, when we got there, I would say, guys, this whole trip, I haven't even eaten. I haven't cost you a dime this whole trip. Can I please have a baby alligator? They did not let me have the baby alligator. I cried from, I don't know, somewhere between St. Augustine and Jacksonville. I cried from there all the way back home. And I think that's why they let me have the snake. I bought a garter snake.
Yeah.
By the way, garter snakes, they're small, they're non-venomous, they can't really hurt you, but they have a chip on their shoulder. If there was ever a snake that had a chip on its shoulder, it's the garter snake. It will strike at you, and it did.
Mel's here.
Hey, Mel,
Hey,
thanks for
Mel.
coming by. Thank you, Melanie. Appreciate it. Better late than never, yes. The garter snake, before we had even gotten home, I was bit by the they put the garter snake in a little brown paper bag. That was what I got to take it home in. It wasn't in a pet carrier. It was in a brown paper bag like you would buy penny candy and put it in. And there was a garter snake in this bag. So we stopped somewhere on the way home, and Dad had to go in and do something. I'm like, I'm going to play with my snake while he's in the, doing whatever he's doing. So I opened the bag, and I reached in there, and it bit me. I mean,
Ooh.
bam, instantly. My hand had not gone into that bag, because it had to have been coiled and struck.
Yeah.
Because my hand was not already at the bottom of the bag. It had struck me while I was still going down into the bag. Anyway, I learned a lesson. About handling and about garter snakes. They do have a chip on their shoulders. Don't back one into a corner if you can avoid. And then later on as a teen, and all this was about ignorance. All this was about ignorance, about how to, how to deal with reptiles and keep them and handle them. And then I got bit later on by a California king snake. I learned the lesson there that you do not feed, if you can avoid it at all, don't feed your snake in the same container in which it lives. Have something, I notice you're going to keep snakes, but if you ever do and you want to have a pet snake, when it's time to feed your snake, introduce it into a different container, a bucket, and give it its food in there, let it put its food in its mouth and eat in that bucket, and then when it's done, put it back into its regular. And you're going to save yourself a lot of grief if you do that. So we spent a lot of time, but I think that's very interesting. It's a good country tag. And but Tammy was paralyzed, and I've been bit
Foxy
twice.
Wolf says, I like the frozen iguanas that fall from trees in Florida.
They do?
That's what she just said. That's weird.
Wow. That's like you can just pick a pet out of the yard, like they fall out of trees. And I want this pet iguana. And you can go and, they get big.
Yeah.
Iguanas can get big.
Yeah.
I mean, almost monstrous. They're big. You need to have some room if you ever have an iguana as a pet. Okay, I've been bit by a snake. Tammy has not, but she has been paralyzed by a snake.
Not because it beat me.
It
though.
hypnotized her like Nagini in Jungle Book. Okay. Tammy, have you ever been sprayed by a skunk?
No.
I don't, used to be, you would drive down country roads a lot more often and smell. I don't know if the skunk population has decreased or what, but
you don't smell
them like you used to when we were younger. You used to drive down a country road and guaranteed, down the roll down window, you'd smell some skunk off in the distance.
Yeah.
And you don't really smell. I've never been sprayed by one. I've never had a pet that's been sprayed by one. There's just not as many of them around, at least where we live, as there once seemed to have been in years gone by. Tammy, have you ever seen a porcupine in the wild?
No.
I haven't either. I wasn't even aware, but apparently...
Are they around here?
Well, apparently they're, I don't know if there's some kind of cryptid or not, but apparently the southern porcupine may, I don't know. I don't know if they're nocturnal. But I've never seen a porcupine. I have seen them in captivity.
Oh, hillbillies here.
There's the creator of this tag that we're doing right now. Tells them take no hillbilly. He's seen no less than 5 dead skunks. Wow. I don't even I don't know if in my adult life. Yeah, I have. But it's been many, many years since I've seen skunk roadkill. I think we don't have as many of them. We had a 4-foot iguana swimming in our Florida pool. We caught it with a net and took it to the wildlife. 4 foot, and they do. When we were at Repticon, you remember that woman who was hugging her iguana and how big that thing was?
Yeah.
And they'll whack you with their tails too.
Yeah.
And that'll put a sting on you. When critters are out, they are.
Yeah.
The birds, you can hear them probably singing in the background here. But we're doing your tag here, and let's go ahead and do it, because I know these folks are tired of Bone Daddy ranting on and on. Let's see. What is your policy, Tammy, on wearing shoes?
On what?
Wearing shoes.
Oh, I have to wear shoes.
Tammy,
I can't stand to be without shoes on.
But you're
comfortable shoes.
Yeah, but they're like a lot of times like sandals is more than anything, and that's because of your back. And that's for your back and your posture and all that
legs.
And your legs. You have to have the support.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much barefoot.
Rebel Ruby's here.
Hey, Rebel Ruby, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Wow, we got 2 for 1 with our story and Rebel Ruby.
Melanie says I'm a snake charmer, not sure about other reptiles.
Well, Tammy, she gets paralyzed by them, apparently. I go barefoot for probably 9 months out of the year around the house, and then I have house slippers. I don't know if people count those as shoes or not, but in the coldest part of the year, I will wear house slippers around the house because it gets chilly.
She remembers that story.
She remembers the snake paralyzation story?
Yes.
Yep. Grow up, find her staring eye to eye with snakes. That just trips me out that someone would be so paralyzed with fear at that situation. Your legs would actually, you had to crawl to the back door and bang on the back door for salvation. Okay, that's not funny. That's not funny at all.
It is now.
Okay. So Tammy, she has to wear, and she wears usually sandals, I can testify, because of her back and her legs. She has problems with them. If she tried to go barefoot for any length of time, she would be in pain. And I go barefoot except when it's cold, and then I wear house slippers. Have you ever heard a noise, Tammy, in the woods that you couldn't explain?
Oh, yeah. I don't remember where I was, but I'm sure I was camping.
You don't think it was a snake?
No.
It paralyzed you while you
I
was
wasn't sleeping on the ground, trust me.
Yeah, the last time I heard something, I was actually by myself in Dawson Forest. I went up there that day to shoot by myself, and you elected not to go. I've actually got a video I haven't uploaded yet about Dawson Forest. There's more to that place than just Air Force Plant 67 or the Georgia Nuclear Aircraft Research Facility, a top secret research facility in this forest that's just ruins now. But there's also been reportings of UFOs. over Dawson Forest. Bigfoot has been seen in Dawson Forest, but mostly there have been some horrific crimes that have been created. This whole, you, Tammy, will tell you, there's a vibe about Dawson Forest, isn't there? I mean,
It is.
even if you
It's
don't believe
creepy.
in any of this kind of stuff, there's just a vibe this forest gives off. And if you're there by yourself and in parts of the forest by yourself, it is really
Cashew
creepy.
paws just mowing the lawn paralyzes him with dread.
It's that time of year
I heard
too.
that.
Um, anyway, so getting back to the story here, I was in Dawson Forest without you, and I was hiking. This is before they opened the road between the two ruin sites, and you had to hike cross country to get between the two of them. And I was hiking it, and I was about halfway down there, and I promise you, I hear in the woods off to my left. And I don't know exactly how, but the number about 30 yards comes to mind. A tree fell, and it wasn't a giant tree. I thought I told you the story.
I don't think you did.
It wasn't a giant tree, but it was big enough around to when it swished through the other trees and hit the ground, you could boom and hear it thump, and you could hear it crack. I could hear it crack and swish through other trees and then hit the ground. And I'm out there by myself now. This is, there's not a lot of, certain times of the year folks will go horseback riding out there, but I was totally by myself on this trail in this forest that has a creepy vibe to it anyway. And off in the woods, almost like it was intentional. I tell myself that it was, trees fall. Trees fall in the woods. It just they rot, they get struck by lightning, they get blight, whatever, and they fall. It's just part of nature. But the odds that one of them falls, when you just happen to be walking by right off to your left, right off the trail, in a part of the woods where there are no trails. There are no trails out there for people to be hiking around. You would have to have got off trail and hiked out into 30 yards. And this is not woods that you want to go too far in without having a compass with you to get back.
Here.
You can get lost and turned around, and that's one thing about it, and I cover that in the video. You can get turned around in Dawson Forest, and it's just weird. And just going straight, short distances, you can get turned around in this forest.
Kimmy's Kitchen and More is here.
Kimmy, thanks for coming in. Kimmy's Kitchen and More.
Judith is here.
Judith Elizabeth, thank you for coming in. Appreciate
She's not
it.
feeling well.
Sorry, Judith.
Oh, she had eye surgery.
Oh, wow, Judith. I hope you
She's
recover soon.
Yeah, Judith.
Wow. I had no idea. Maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention, but I followed Judith pretty closely there. Thank you both for coming in. But anyway, a tree fell in the woods, and I was by myself. And I've heard the stories of Bigfoot in Dawson Forest, and that's one thing that they're supposed to do. You hear that when they're trying to warn you off, they might push over,
the Metal Detecting Channel's here.
Thank you for coming in, Metal Detecting Channel. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Anyway, we're answering a tag here, y'all, that just came in. This is a country questions tag, and we were tagged by the N.D.T show.
Here.
Nasia, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Thank you, lady. Anyway, I heard the tree fall. I froze for a moment.
Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla's here.
Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla, thanks for coming in. Jeff and Tammy, appreciate it. But my heart skipped a beat. Honestly, you know how your heart will, like, for a moment, it'll start.
Yeah.
When that tree fell, my heart skipped a beat, and I just froze in my tracks. And I would like to say that fight or flight kicked in immediately, so that I either ran or was, but I just stood there like you did with the snake. For just a split second, I'm like, what do I do in this situation? If there was something out there that how am I? Yes, how fast, how slow does Bigfoot have to be that he can't catch me at full gallop?
He might be scared
I'm not
not
very fast at all. Anyway, I'm sure it was just a tree fell. But at the moment when it happened, at that moment, being totally by myself in this vast forest that had a reputation, and you hear a tree fall that close to you, almost as if it was intended for you, That was unusual. I'll never forget that for my
I
entire
bet.
life. Um, what do you call, Tammy, what do you call the holiday that follows on the last Monday in May? And that's Memorial Day, isn't it? Is it the holiday that falls on the last Monday in May, Memorial Day? I think it is.
I don't know. I have no clue.
I'm thinking uh, there's a Memorial Day. It's in May 31st, yes,
Yeah.
for this year. It'll be May 31st. I call it Memorial Day. I think Scott made this question because there are folks that have another name for it. Hang on just a second here.
Patches and potholes are here.
Yeah, hang on just a second.
And story has it's got to go.
No, it's a tutti frutti. Thank you so much, young lady. Thank
Thanks,
you
Gypsy
so
Vanilla
much
Girl.
for donating. I appreciate that. Do you see Natsa? She donated 5.
Yeah, I seen that. I was getting
Thank
to
you
it.
so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Wow. Oh wow. Anyway, I need to get through this and keep from these people got something to do this afternoon. I know. There's a race on. NASCAR coming on.
That's
so
true.
I've got videos to shoot. Big Joe and Malia's World's video will probably be playing in the background so I can hear it, but I've got to shoot 2 videos after we do this live stream this afternoon. So let me get the show on the road. See, it's scary when you hear a strange noise in the woods. I heard a bear huff behind her. Oh my
I was
gosh.
just reading that. I would freak out.
I know.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, have any of you ever seen a documentary by Werner Herzog called Grizzly Man? It's about this young man, Timothy Treadwell, that was shooting documentary footage up in Alaska in grizzly bear country. I want to say near the Kenai Peninsula, and he was eaten by a bear. And the huffing sound, people describe, these bears when they're mad at you, they make that huffing sound. Oh
that'd be
man,
creepy.
Joy, that's wow, that's nuts, and that's real. That's not maybe Bigfoot is in the woods. When you hear a huffing noise from a bear, that's for something to be scared.
And don't run.
Lily, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming in. You have a good afternoon, or I think it's probably still afternoon where they are as well. Okay, let's get back to this. But I heard the strange noise. We both call it Memorial Day. I think Scott.
Rebel Ruby's got to go. Bye, Ruby.
Ruby, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Thank you. We're almost done here. We're going to tag some channels here, and then and hopefully some of them that's not here will see this. Maybe they'll fast forward at least to the point where we do the tag parts here. But we just call it Memorial Day. Have you ever drank, Tammy? Have you ever drank water from a well, a spring, or a cistern?
I'm sorry.
Have you ever drank water from a well, a spring, or a cistern?
I grew up with a well.
Yeah, I've drank out of Tammy's well. Yeah, I have.
And and the smokers, when we were kids, we would drink out of the
spring, out of the water. Yeah, I'm the same way.
I wouldn't do it these days.
Yeah, when you're a kid, especially you'll put your mouth on just about anything. And I drank water off and on. And a lot of people, Tammy and I both now grew up on with well water. Nobody had city water. A lot of people didn't have city water.
We had just well water for a while. Then we had
you had both when they came out there when they expanded city water out where y'all were, which is probably handier than the well. I'm betting. Tammy, would you rather break beans, peel taters, or shuck corn? Which of those would you
peel potatoes?
You'd rather peel potatoes?
Yeah, I hate shucking corn to get all
or
the
breaking beans.
Out.
You'd rather do that than breaking beans.
Yeah.
See, breaking beans is breaking beans to me.
Your fingers and it gets your fingers all green.
Well, but it was also kind of to me, breaking beans was kind of a meditative kind of thing, because you didn't have to give it a lot of thought.
These days, you don't
you just break the beans and you just yeah, that's true. You don't have to bother with all that stuff nowadays. It's gourmet just to eat it without breaking the beans. But shucking corn was just too much like picking every little, because I know every little strand that I don't get out is one that when that thing's cooked is going to be, you're fishing it out of your teeth. So I didn't like shucking corn. It was just there was just too much silt had to got out of there. So you're a tater peeler and I'm a bean breaker.
Snapper.
Have you ever used an outhouse, Tammy?
Yes.
I have too. Uh, we're old enough that people that we know
Our
that were
neighbors
old
when
at
we
the
was
time that we
little
knew them. You
did.
know, keep in mind, people, we're old enough that the people when we were little, the older people,
The country
yeah,
folks.
country older folks, still a lot of them still had outhouses. And actually, in the army, when I was in some of the places where we would train out in the woods, and regular training type place where you would go there for maneuvers, they would have outhouses there
Oh, really?
because you know, it was simpler than portable toilets. You didn't have to pay for these, or you didn't have to rent or pay. The government didn't have to pay a service to come and dump these out. They just had soldiers dig a hole, and then they built a little shed over the top of it.
Wow.
And we had to. Those were our latrines, were outhouses when we were out in the field. In places where
Michelle
regular
Tasty
maneuvers would take
Dishes
place.
says happy Sunday, everyone.
Thank you for coming in, Michelle. Appreciate it. We're getting down here toward the end of this particular tag. And that was it. That was the last question, other than who we tagged. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm so glad you got a chance to tell your snake paralysis. That's always fascinated me whenever you've told it in the past. Just like in Jungle Book, you know, the snake has its eyes are rotating around and around and hypnotizing. Someone's pinging Tammy.
It's my other sister.
She's she's trying to interrupt you in the middle of your live stream. You get like she called last time, didn't she? Okay, who are we going to tag? We're going to go ahead and tag some terrific channels, and a lot of this has to do with people that I thought were most likely to have ever been bitten by a snake. So some of these channels include folks that most likely. I'm tagging our show, our story, is the first channel we're tagging. Our show, our story. These are a lot. We've been watching them since back, you know, in the beginning. We sort of connected with some of these Smoky Mountain channels, and then we came to know other people through there. You folks know, you're all YouTubers. You know how it is when you're connecting up with people, and these are some precious people and fun. It's hard to watch an Our Show, Our Story video without just smiling. And they are fun. They are shareable videos that come from Our Show, Our Story. The kind of thing that you share with friends on Facebook to brighten up their day. That's Our Show, Our Story. A precious family. Please go check out Our Show, Our Story. And I think any answers to any tagging that they would do would be fun. Especially this one. I'm betting one of them people has been bitten by a snake too. This guy, I'm fairly confident, may have been bitten by a snake at some point. Wandering Weasel. Not Wandering Weasel yet. Wandering. These links later, this will all be going up in the description. But Wandering Weasel, Chris just seems like, you know, he may have gone somewhere and there'd be a snake and he think, well, I'm gonna pick this snake up. But Wandering Weasel, go check out Wandering Weasel. These folks vlog a lot of the area where they vlog a lot of the Smokies, especially Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, and they'll show you some cool little things. They've got imagined restaurants and attractions and historical places. They know this area, obviously. They obviously have knowledge of the area, so they're not just taking you, you know, straight to the main things. They're showing you some off the beaten path stuff. If you like the Smokies, there's a lot of folks that love the Smokies that watch this. Go check out Wandering Weasel. Check them out. And it's Chris and his wife. They're a duo too. I mean, it's Chris's channel. He's the Wandering Weasel, but his wife joins him. And Our Show, Our Story is a family situation too. Husband, wife, daughter. Abbreviated Brady Bunch. Lorena and Slim Cat, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in here. We're getting toward the end here. We're just tagging some folks here.
Oh, Ruby says she just made her smile big.
Well, I'm glad it did, Ruby. Thanks for watching this, and hopefully y'all will consider doing this. And this doesn't have a time limit. This isn't a St. Patrick's Day tag, so there's no time limit on this one. I like these questions. They're country questions. Even people that live in the South, you hear them chirping in the background.
Yeah, the gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla said he likes the birds.
Next, for this, I'm betting this guy may have. He's gotten bitten by something. He's got bit. It may not be a snake, but this guy's been bitten by something. Adventures of Moon Man. If he tunes in and watches this replay, or even fast forwards it to this section, Adventures of Moon Man. He's a
Rebel Ruby.
He's a Georgia boy. He covers some places not too far from us. He's kind of in a different corridor going up into North Georgia. Covers a lot of great places. Very adventurous guy. Goes into some situations that, you know, it's physical to get to, and shows you some interesting stuff. Plus, he keeps tarantulas as well, and so you're going to get some of that. I'm betting at some point the Adventures Moon Man has been bitten by something, but we'd love him not just because he's a Georgia boy, but he does some interesting, adventurous, and he's got a taste for the roadside attraction, the old school, you know, roadside America kind of thing that's just crazy to look at. Go check out Adventures of Moon Man.
Our story's got to go.
Our show, our story. Thank you for coming in. Consider doing this tag, y'all. Cat Without the Hat. I want to tag Cat Without the Hat. I would put money on Cat having been bitten by a snake at some point in time. Cat Without the Hat. This is a nice guy, a lot of fun, and you're going to get a lot of. He's the kind of guy that this tagging was made for. He grows things for himself, has a lovely family, hard-working man, but with a great sense of humor and a sense of adventure. So go check out Cat Without the Hat too.
Florida Outdoors.
Hey, Suburban Florida Outdoors. Carla, thank you for coming in.
She can't stay.
Well, we're about tapped out on this thing too.
She's going to a Jeep party.
Ooh,
St. Patty's Day Jeep party. That sounds
like fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. We were tooling around North Georgia in our Jeep yesterday. So Tammy, that was our 2 tags. We survived this one.
The Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla said we found a huge score of 1997 Pokemon cards.
Oh wow!
And a binder.
Wow!
You're gonna want to see this. Oh wow!
Well, 97 is like in the golden. I mean, I'm not trying to say that Pokemon is any less popular, but I think it's not as. I'm probably trying to say it's less popular. Pokemon Go is extremely popular.
Yeah.
But the card game itself, that's where I'm. Pokemon.
You know, Heidi still has a Pokemon Go.
No, not Pokemon Go. You mean the Pokemon Go is an app?
Oh no, then she's got
Are you talking?
some little...
You're talking about the Pokemon edition of the Nintendo Game Boy.
Yes.
She still has that, and she's been offered money.
I know.
For that, it's a yellow Pikachu.
Yeah.
Nintendo Game Boy. She still had, and actually she also has. They had a little camera attachment you could put on it and take crazy filtered selfies of yourself and different things. She had that too. Our daughter loves gaming.
Oh yeah.
But wow, that's the golden age. 97.
Yeah.
Pokemon cards. That's when kids all over the world were, throwing elbows to get at those things. Wow, that's a nice stash. Folks, that's our 2 tags. We're going to start wrapping this up really quick. The St. Patrick's Day Challenge, Fralins and Friends Crafts Plus. Excellent folk artist, writer, crafter, and friend. We're tagging to do that Laura Bruno, excellent cook, sweet lady, sweet friend. We're tagging D. Cobb, who is probably as close to evidence of angels among us on earth as you're going to get on a daily basis. Enjoy Blessed Life, Smoky Mountain vloggers extraordinary and just sweet people. They're tagged for this for the St. Patty's Day tag, which is St. Patty's Day is coming up, and the Country Questions tag. Thank you, Nathan from the N.D.T show. Go check out Nathan. This guy is a good video maker, a filmmaker. He's a good filmmaker and a comic talent on screen.
You're
good
welcome,
writer.
Laura.
Go check him out, and go check out our show, our story, Wandering Weasel, Adventures of Moon Man, and Cat Without the Hat. I'm betting all these guys are all these folks. Even if they're not the guy, maybe it was Courtney that got bit.
That's true.
Maybe it was Rebel Ruby
Yeah.
or Roxy that got bit. Who knows? Maybe it was Moon Man's girlfriend that got bit. But somebody there has got bit by something.
There's a bee.
Wow. Or I'm not sure if we can see this. And it's flying up over our building.
Yes.
Anyway, folks, I'm going to get us out of here because we've been on here for quite a while. Yeah, we've been on here for entirely too long, Tammy. I have rambled. Thank y'all for letting me ramble on. Hang on just a second before we go. I've got to make a comment. Thankfully, have learned from Joe and Malia. Let me thank Joe and Malia for their generous super chat. Let me thank Not So Tutti Frutti for her super chat. Wow. Wow. Let me see, that may be all those three there. I'm not sure. I don't think so though. Let me check out. Let me scroll. It's not scrolling all the way up. There's a way to tell here where. Let me check. Oh, here we go. Let me scroll back up. I'm just trying to make sure. Yesterday I live streamed and some folks gave us super chats, and Tammy had gone into I depend on her, and she had gone in to get some food at a place where we were at, and I was just rambling on and showing people stuff that was out there. Somebody else I think did too here, Tammy. Help me out, hon. Help me. I'm trying to make sure we thank everybody that helped, that did that, because that's just so sweet.
It's very sweet.
And unexpected. Because
Bob.
Let's see, Bob. Yes.
Bob.
And Bob. That's
Yeah.
Thank you so. And I can't believe I was gonna forget Bob. Bob was one of our dearest friends in all of YouTube land. We love these guys. Thank you all for coming in and spending this time. So we're going to go out. I'm going to go shoot some video and listen. Big Joe and Malia's World is coming on later. I don't know if Dan the Mountain Man will go on tonight, but a lot of times he does as well. And Joy Bless Life. I forgot to mention Joy Bless Life. Thank you. I'm so used to using my computer to live stream on. Using this phone is messing me up. And on the computer, I think it comes across at the top of the screen if you're doing there who gave it. There's just like a dot. Thank you, Joy. Thank you so much, all of you who contributed to Super Chat. We will use it in some way, either merch from somebody else on here, or to go and do something, crazy or weird or ridiculous, and we'll make video of it and put it on YouTube. So thank you everybody for coming in. Big Joe and Malia, Gypsy Vanilla Gorilla just said Joe and Malia are going on early today. Go and check out when they're going on. Gypsy Vanilla started your challenge tag. Have a wonderful day. Folks are saying bye. Just making sure everybody gets a chance to say bye to each other on their way out. So thank you everybody who contributed today. Thank you everybody for joining us. You guys who were tagged, feel free not to do it if you don't want to, but if you want to do it, it's fun to do some of these tags. And thank you folks that tagged us, and anybody else that wants to do these tags. I'm gonna put the questions down here when this is over with, and it allows me to go in and edit, and anybody can just do these tags and say that we tagged you, and we'll back you up. We'll go to court if we have to. We'll sign an affidavit. So everybody, thank you for coming in and joining us. Thank you again. Until the next time, and I'm not sure when that will be if we don't get tagged or we don't get a post office box going.
True.
But if we think of anything to do, anything crazy to eat or something like that, we'll come back on and do some live stream. And if we go somewhere that's live streamable, we'll do that too. So until the next time, it's Mike and Tam saying
bye.